We'll get there when we get there. But first, we got to go through all these news stories. So I've said hello to everybody I currently see. Wait, Duager said, no more Pokemon scalpers and AI I trust. Oh, we're going to have a Pokemon scalper story. We have to have one. That's one of the bad ones. But like I said, we cut it down to a couple of bad ones. Not a lot of bad ones. You're playing Original 3? Oh my god. Well, good luck through that. Good luck. Sergeant Sticker said, what's your wish list for the 35th anniversary Sonic Central? We'll get there. We will get there. But first, we got to get through all this. So, how about we get started, eh? By the way, this music's from Monkey Bullets from Super Monkey Ball. You got a Shazam or something open for your gaming stuff, don't you? All right. I'll admit defeat on that one. You got me. All right. So let's start with the first thing first. So, I don't know much about Avatar, but I do know that the Avatar movie that came out, or leaked, I should say, they apparently caught the leaker and the time it took between last week's story and now. I'm not going to ask how many people here have seen the Avatar movie because, you know, it's not officially out yet, and, you know, we support the official releases here on this stream. Ain't that right, chat? But yeah, they caught that guy. That guy's probably going to jail forever. But yeah, there's a reason for that happening. Check it out. The Legend of Aang, The Last Avatar Airbender leaker says he didn't think posting videos of the movie online was a big deal because it isn't being released in theaters. Chat, do we need to go back and play that old 2000s, what was that one PSA? You wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't download whatever. Yeah, no, this is, I mean, what else needs to be said, right? What else needs to be said? It's like, they had the SpongeBob movie leaked 3 times before. That's the thing. Paramount, I don't know what's going on with Paramount. I don't know who's responsible or who's in charge, like, over there. They seem to have a big issue of people leaking their stuff. Compared to most almost every company gets stuff leaked. That's just how things are. But, like, Paramount seems to get a lot of their stuff. Almost every SpongeBob movie feels like it's been, like, leaked, right? Every single one. I'm shocked the Sonic movie didn't get leaked. And I'm pretty sure it probably did, too, now I'm thinking about it. I won't watch the movie till it's officially released. Yeah. I'm not saying you can't watch it if it's not officially released. You know, I'm just, you know, we support our local streams here. Not saying much about that. Paramount cannot lock the fuck in. Oh, no, Ruckus. The security is AI. I'm about to say, Heroes, Paramount has locked the fuck in. You know what they're locked in on? Trying to get Warner Brothers, but that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's one of the bad news stories. Yeah, they apparently got endorsements from the shareholders that they're a-okay to get Warner Brothers, so we'll see how that progresses, chat, but that's an ongoing thing. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Let's move on, shall we? Paramount are still dumbasses for not giving the movie a movie theater release. Yeah, that's weird to me, because I don't know. What I heard was this Avatar movie was supposed to be a theatrical release. They said, actually, let's not do that. And then people got mad. The leaker said, well, if it's not coming out to theaters, fuck it. And then this happened. I'm not going to say the guy was right or wrong for doing it, but I'm sure there are a lot of fans who are happy that he did. This man's going to jail. He's going to jail. There's no ands, if, or buts about it. That's like, don't do it. Don't do that, man. You can't even make videos using clips from their videos. They will take it. Oh, I bet you they will. What's up, Madeline? Anybody else just joining us? Welcome on in. How you doing? Sergeant said you wouldn't steal a DVD. Yes, you remember. You wouldn't steal a DVD. You wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't take from your mom's purse. I love that commercial. That commercial will never not be funny to me. But yeah. That's, if you're an Avatar fan, I hope you guys enjoy the movie when it does release. Speaking of movies, chat, did you see the trailer for Coyote? We're getting to that, Joker. We're getting to that. We got trailers all over the place. Let's watch some trailers, shall we? there's a new Street Fighter trailer for the Street Fighter movie coming out this year. This thing looked really good. Like, this movie looked great. So I'm hoping this trailer is even better than last time. Green said going to jail over that is too... Look. You know, because you know, Green, you know what that is. I kind of agree where it's like, how many years is this guy gonna serve for this? Technically, he did break the law, but like, is this really, really, really going to affect their sales of the movies that much? Or I guess in this case, if they weren't releasing it in theaters, is this really gonna affect their Paramount Plus subscriptions? Because it's like, on one hand, I hate leakers. I was about to say the same thing. I'm like, on one hand, leakers are the scum of the earth sometimes, because, by God, sometimes they leak shit that's like, damn it, man. Why can't we just have nice things? Why can't we just have surprises anymore? And then on the other hand, I'm like, well, shit, though. This is kind of, I don't know. I'm mixed on this. I'm mixed on it. I can kind of understand where the guy's coming from, but I can't officially endorse it because, you know. Anyway. The Street Fighter movie's gonna be good. I hope, let's watch this trailer, chat, and see what this thing's all about. If it's like the last trailer, this is gonna be really good. Just slap him with a fine. Oh, Green, you know they're gonna slap him with a fine, but this is, you know, honestly what it is. It's just to, it's to send a message to other leakers. Honestly, that's what it is. If I had to guess, it's like fine them and then make them serve some time, if anything. Like, Nintendo makes most people just pay fines for, like, that kind of stuff. But, yeah, it's to send a message. Gonna make an example out of that guy. Alright, here we go. The thing I'm excited about with this movie is, it looks like they're leaning into the craziness of the games. And that's what I'm looking for in a video game movie. And I can tell who's who. This looks great. Characters look like the characters, and it looks insane. Was that Andre? Was that Eric Andre? I forgot he was in this. Oh, and they got the car breaking minigame. This looks... Yeah, this is what I want.
Were you gonna show?
Yeah, oh my god.
Maybe it's Ken's turn to be champion.
I don't know who's directing this, but it looks like the person actually likes the games.
I'm paid to find champions. Even if they're lost.
I like the bison statues everywhere. By the way, this VOD's about to be muted. Damn!
Still reckless.
What's going on? This is what I'm talking about right here, chat. Damn!
This tournament is not what it seems. We have to be ready.
This October, look at this shit, chat. Damn! Flash kick!
I don't see what the big deal is.
Spinning bird kick. Wait, no, wait. Oh! This is what I mean, chat. Oh! No, this looks great. This shit looks so crazy. Is that Akuma?
That was some abracadabra shit.
Shoryuken! Okay.
That a fireball came out of Ryu.
Yeah, alright. If this is it, look, chat. Perfect. Yeah, no, this I'm gonna be there day one. I'm gonna be there day one. If y'all have seen the hang on, wait for it.
The _Ruckus_ just cheered 50 bits. It's cheesy and that's good for me.
That's what I'm saying, right? I think that's the reason a lot of when they did video game adaptations. If y'all remember there's been a couple of live action Street Fighter movies. The one with what's his face? Oh, that really good actor who played Bison in the 90s one. Raul Julia, I think his name was. That there's that movie that's so bad it's good. And then there was another one that came out. Was it like Chun-Li's Revenge or something like that? Not great. But this right here is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I need in my video game movies. I want them to lean into the craziness of it. I want that shit to be colorful. I want it to be over the top. I want it to be cheesy. I know this is exactly what they were saying. Like, we don't want our movies to look like this, you know, because it's like, the audiences aren't gonna like this. It's too crazy. It's too weird. Like same reason to have X-Men in their yellow spandex back in the 2000s because they thought it would look mad cheesy. But I'm like, nah, man, lean into the source material. I want to see people doing shoryukens. I want to see bodies flying. I want to see fireballs. I want to see all that crazy shit. And it looks like that's what they're going with. I love this. This trailer. Look, I was already in day one on that first trailer, but this just kind of sealed the deal for me. Someone asked earlier, is this going to be better than Mortal Kombat 2? I haven't even seen the first Mortal Kombat 1 movie, if I'm going to be real. I'm not a Mortal Kombat fan, but was the Mortal Kombat movie that came out, what was it, like last year, a year or two ago? Was that one good? Is there a trailer for the new Mortal Kombat? Let's take a look at that real quick. Are we in a new age renaissance of good video game movies now? I'd say yes. We're getting some good ones. There's still some stinkers out there, chat. There are still some stinkers, but I'd say compared to what we used to have, we're definitely better off. By the way, chat, I should mention, if the stream goes offline, don't panic. Like I said, we in the Midwest right now are going through some storms right now. My power was flickering earlier, so I might lose power or my internet for a second. Hopefully I'll be back. But yeah, don't panic. I just heard the thunder go off over here, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me think about that. Don't forget Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. That's another one. Thank you, Duwagger. Are you gonna react to Clayface teaser? I guess I'll be real. I don't. I'll maybe look at that. Just remind me. I forget if Roman Reigns is. Yeah, no. Roman Reigns isn't here. He was Blanca at the end. He was Blanca. Pretty sure Roman Reigns is Blanca. Did he show up at the end? He was like right before the drop. He was in here. That's him right there, yeah. I believe Roman Reigns is Blanca. Jason Momoa. Oh, my bad. Oh, my God. The other Samoa. No, yeah. Jason Momoa. My bad. You're right. You're absolutely right. Let's take a look at this Mortal Kombat trailer. I'm not a Mortal Kombat person, chat.
Send me back.
But let's see.
The rules of the tournament are simple. Our fates would not be settled by the size of our armies.
All right.
Decided by combat.
Again, look at this. They're leaning into the shit I like.
I'm not some great warrior.
Characters look like characters.
This is a war.
I don't know who's who, but
Your word.
damn. There's a big spoiler in the trailer. Okay, so chat, I've been told there's a big spoiler in the trailer. I wouldn't know. I'm not, again, don't follow Mortal Kombat really, so I don't know who really anybody besides like Scorpion, Johnny Cage, and Sonya are. I don't know anybody outside of that probably, so I would not know what I'm looking at. Just so in case you guys were looking forward to this, I hope y'all don't get spoiled. So maybe look away.
Earth belongs to me.
That Shao Kahn looks pretty good though.
Our only chance is to face this together.
Let's go, baby.
You, Johnny Cage, are a part of this now.
The wait. Yeah, it looks like they're really going for it. Honestly, this looks.
It's showtime.
Oh, there it is. All right, can't have one of those. Katana, I think that was Katana. Damn.
Johnny will definitely die.
You alright? You alright? Damn. You know what it is, chat? Fighting game movies are back. When's the Blaze Blue movie? When's the Guilty Gear movie? When's the Tekken movie? Wait, wasn't there a Tekken movie? There was a live action one. There was an animated one. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. I mean, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, you're getting some good movies this year. I mean, this one looks pretty promising. I'm not, again, the biggest person who's familiar with Mortal Kombat, but that looked pretty accurate. There was a Dead or I know there was a Dead or Alive movie. I don't know if that one was good or not, but I'm gonna say it was made in the early 2000s. Probably not good. Oh, speaking, someone mentioned earlier, Coyote versus Acme. The trailer, I guess. They said trailer tomorrow, so I guess we could just look it up right now. Let me just pull this damn thing up right real quick and let's see. Coyote versus Acme trailer. There is a Tekken movie. It giga sucked. Yeah, this is what I mean. That's why I'm saying I'm happy that now video game movies are finally getting some respect on their names. All right, here we go. Coyote versus Acme trailer. Right here. Where's the King of Fighters movie? I'm sure there was an animated one. They're doing that weird 3D cel-shaded Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie type CG. Okay.
Have you been horribly
Jesus
injured
Christ.
by a product made by the Acme Corporation?
It's not your fault. There's probably someone to blame.
Name of the case is Coyote versus Acme.
Wile E. Coyote. He is reckless. We all know who's responsible, and all of his injuries are self-inflicted.
It's ironic too.
You've been settling
Damn!
cases for years.
I could probably get you $250 for that.
This is your opportunity to really show people what you're capable of.
They should have made this a Better Call Saul
They can do
spinoff.
whatever they want. We're sick of it.
Acme, you!
Nothing to see here.
We really have nothing.
We both know it would be
It's
very
the-
unpleasant if anything bigger were to become public.
I will say this. I don't know how I'm happy that this movie is getting released, but I'm not sure I like the style on the characters. They look weird, you know? It's like I know they're not really, I know, chat, they're not really there, obviously, but it doesn't, I don't know, there's something about the art style just doesn't blend really well. I don't know. I'm still gonna watch it, but I don't know. Something about it's just off. I don't know if it's the cell shading style or whatever they went with, but like in some shots it looks pretty fine, but then there's some shots where it looks weird.
So, what is up, Doc?
The Acme Corporation is releasing this film for account purposes only. We do not condone any of the storylines depicted.
The funny thing is, it's like, this should have honestly been a long time coming as far as a movie or a story goes. How many times has, like, the Coyote or whatever been injured by Acme products? That's literally the whole gag of like, his shorts. Is, like, none of the Acme products work. So he should have had a lawsuit against these guys forever. I honestly, this would have worked, really, if they had kind of gone with, like, yeah, a Better Call Saul's type deal. I'm gonna see this day one. Seeing the style in action, like the I don't know, the art style they went with on the cartoon characters, still looks a little weird to me. I think it'll just get used to it as you watch it in theaters or wherever you're gonna watch it. But right now, as I'm looking at it with my eyeballs in the trailer, I'm like, nah, I don't know how I feel about it. I think it works better than Chip and Dale. The reason Chip and Dale looked weird because they kept mixing, they did like a mix and match of styles too. They had some that were like the 3D CG, they had some that was like the cell shaded 3D, they had some that was more hyper realistic, they had the more hand drawn style. Like they mixed a whole bunch of art styles in the Chip and Dale movie. Also it had Ugly Sonic in it too, so. Did any of y'all see that that Chip and Dale movie a while back? Even despite its not so great villain. I'd rather not. Yeah. For once, Warner Brothers remembered to advertise their shit, unlike the day the Earth blew up. Well, Duaga, there's a reason the day the Earth blew up didn't get any advertising, because they didn't release it. Ketchup did. Ketchup had to buy, I think they had to get the rights from Warner Brothers to release it in theaters for them. Because Warner Brothers wasn't going to release it. So, and I think Ketchup is pretty small, obviously, compared to Warner Brothers, so hence they didn't have the advertising budget to do so. That movie solely relied on word of mouth. You guys all seen it? What did y'all think of the Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger movie? I have mixed feelings on that one. I liked what they did with it, but it's weird. It's weird. It's like, it's something alright. Like, I mean, it's something I saw with my eyeballs, and I'm just weirded out by it. They did some very questionable decisions in that movie. There is one part of that movie that I actually did find really funny, chat, and that's when they're like questioning the puppet dude, and he's like, hey, do you got any cheese? He's like, of course. It's like this Italian stereotype puppet. He's like, we got the something, the pepper jack, the Gouda, and he's like, do you got any stinky cheese? And then the puppet immediately gets super serious. He's like, are you cops? Like, his accent completely goes away. I was like, I think that's the only bit I like laughed at in that movie. That shit was funny. Did you see the Michael movie? No. No. I did not see it. I don't know if I want to see that one. It's like a biopic on Mike. I already know most of the stuff about Michael Jackson from all the biography stuff they put about him. Dude had it very rough, man. How was Michael for anybody that did see that? Let's move on. Next news story. We got a trailer, chat. Did you know Tom and Jerry's getting a movie? Another one? That's right, chat. Tom and Jerry movie. What's it called? Hang on. Oh, Tom and Jerry the Forbidden Compass. Hey, stop that. Hang on, let me get that trailer up for you. We need to watch this, chat. Tom and Jerry's getting another movie. I know what you guys are thinking. Again? But here we go. Zero hopes for that one. I enjoyed it, but it reeks of cut corners. Okay, so let me ask you, because I haven't followed the Michael biography. Did they go over the allegations in that? Or, like, how far do they go with that biopic? How far do they go? Do they get into, like, the ugly past he had with Joe Jackson? Did they get into that shit? Or is it one of those, oh, Michael Jackson was so great, and he never had a dull day. Every day was great for him. He just came up with songs and hits on the fly. Like, what's that one movie? They did a biography on, who was it? It was like a complete, like, they completely made everything up. I don't even know if it was supposed to be based on anything, but it was like, was it Queen? Or something like that? They did like a biopic on one of those, and they completely just did everything, but like, no, they didn't. It stops at the release of Bad. They do tell all the jokes. Oh, really? Huh. Okay, so they didn't get to the allegations. I was curious about that. All right, let's check out the Forbidden Compass trailer.
A great hero would protect our world. The hero and his mighty companion would finally put aside their differences and finally work together to. Is this the right scroll?
Now, chat, I'm the biggest Tom and Jerry fan of all time. I'm one of them.
Of an all-powerful compass. But luckily, in the hands of our heroes, the compass will never be disturbed. And it'll never disrupt time and space.
Okay, so you guys are probably noticing something really obvious with this film.
It's here. Bring it to me.
What am I looking at?
We're doomed.
I guess my question is... My question is, chat, if this is like a new, it's the Tom and Jerry Forbidden Compass movie. You know, Tom and Jerry have been all over the place. You know, if anybody has seen any Tom and Jerry movies, the straight to DVD movies, they've done everything. Willy Wonka, Fast and Furious, apparently. They've done a lot of crossovers, and they've been all over the place. Why is this Johnny Quest yeah, exactly. Why are they in China specifically? Like, seems odd. And then you realize that this was made in China for China. And apparently this movie's been out in China for like a year now? And we're now just getting it. I don't know, this movie looks weird. I don't think I've ever seen a Tom and Jerry movie ever. Like, I don't even know if Tom and Jerry can be done in movie form. Like, I feel Tom and Jerry work best in the original format they were designed for, which is like 1 minute, 2 minute shorts of just, you get 2 minutes of slapstick and that's all you really need. It's like, I don't know how you can extend an hour of Tom and Jerry. And you can't do slapstick for like a complete hour. People will get numb and bored to it. So they have to do all these weird things where they have to have like subplots and stuff like that going on. But then it's like, then you're losing what Tom and Jerry is about, which is like cat chases mouse. But now we have to have this plot about a compass, and I don't know. Oh, and I know there's still, no, Tom and Jerry is extremely popular, especially in, I believe in Japan. Especially in Japan. Japan, I think it's most Asian-speaking countries, really, really love Tom and Jerry. Like, they got cutesy remake shows of Tom and Jerry everywhere. They got merch of these guys everywhere. I want to say they're more popular over there than they are over here, and they're popular over here. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if Tom and Jerry can translate well into movies. I just don't know. Maybe this movie will surprise us, but this does not look great. Hang on, look. Of course, I'm not gonna say, oh, you know, they could go back to the sanctity of the 90s movie, because let's be real, I had that one on VHS tape. Loved that movie as a kid. It's not a good movie. But it does have some good moments in it. If y'all remember the 90s Tom and Jerry movie. Y'all remember this one? That was that was more about the orphan and the evil aunt. The evil aunt and the orphan story, remember?
Who are you?
And they talked in this movie.
Two things.
He's Tom, and I'm Jerry. Throw this end out the window.
We've got to have money.
I'll give you down. She's escaped again.
Like, let's be real. This movie was like 80% the orphan story and 20% Tom and Jerry. Like, the movie where Tom and Jerry talked. And not only that, they had musical numbers in here. They had musical numbers. They weren't great. How many of y'all saw this movie when y'all were kids? Oh.
You are the lucky guest of Captain Kitty.
You can be very critical of all the current animated movies, or one could also call you picky. Well, I am picky. I guess I am picky. I am picky. I love my animated movies, man. I take my animation very seriously. I love this movie. Yeah, all right. Look, if you like the movie, more power to you. I used to love this movie too as a kid. I love this movie. You can ask my Mama Wolfie. I used to watch this shit all the time. But like, is it a good Tom and Jerry movie? I sadly also saw Tom and Jerry Magical Ring. What is that, like Lord of the Rings, but with them in it? The orphan and her father, Indiana Jones. Her father was straight up Indiana Jones. Yeah, he was. I remember that. Weird ass movie, man. Anyway, let's move on. Netflix has overtaken Crunchyroll as the most popular streaming service for anime in major countries. I did not know Crunchyroll still existed. I thought Crunchyroll got bought out by Sony and then they killed them. Like, I did not know they still existed in any capacity. So, that's funny. What does Netflix have as far as anime goes? I didn't even know Netflix streamed anime, but I guess that makes sense. I haven't had Netflix in a long ass time. No story involves Jerry stealing some magician's magical ring and Tom trying to get it back. Oh, So it's just a short, extended it into like an hour, right? It's like they bought Crunchy and it got worse. Crunchyroll is trash. No, I got pissed at Crunchyroll because I remember a long time ago, this is like back when I was like in high school, college, and I was trying to watch, I think it was Bleach or Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And I remember I got a Crunchyroll subscription for like a month or two. And they had some sort of auto renew thing that I never saw, and they had been charging me for like a year before I realized that I still had it. And I was like, wait a minute, I thought I disabled that thing. I thought I turned that shit off. So they pissed me off. I never went back after that. A few days ago, I went back to Crunchyroll to watch the last season of My Hero Academia, locked behind a pay. Wait, really? I thought Crunchyroll was always a paid service. Has it always been paid service? What? Oh yeah, and also I also got to catch up and watch the last season of My Hero Academia. Nut. I got to get back to that. I still haven't seen the last season. I still haven't seen it. Evangelion, JoJo, and some exclusives. Ah, okay. Where's One Piece streaming right now? Wait, doesn't Funimation have their own too? And wasn't Funimation also Sony? Or am I thinking something else? There's like three anime streaming services. Netflix, Crunchyroll, and Funimation, right? See, this is why you just need the anime box sets. You just... I'll watch whatever anime I want when I want to watch it if I have to pay. Now, it used to be paid to get earlier... Oh. Okay, I figured it was like an ad-free thing. Like, you know how like Netflix and Hulu used to be, where you'd pay for the ad-free viewing experience? Or maybe just like pay to like get certain things. Like... oh, the hottest new anime you have to pay to watch type deal, you know? It's free to watch anything, but it's just a subscription to tiers to watch stuff early. Okay. Is it Funimation bought by Crunchyroll? I thought the same thing, so I thought maybe they're the same deal. Orphanage story like The Search for Santa Paws? Excuse me? Search for Santa Paws? Is that a Tom and Jerry movie too, or are you talking about like... that sounds like a Air Bud movie. Air Bud, The Search for Santa Paws. Just watch the old Sony cartoons for free on YouTube, like Men in Black cartoon. Ah. Santa Paws is... oh, I was right? Was I actually right about that? Damn, I'm good. That just sounded like those buddy movies. They made so many of those things. Speaking of which, chat. Speaking of... this is only for those who are old enough to remember this, but did you know they're going to be doing a live-action Ferngully movie? Thanks to Amazon and MGN, with Marie L. Heller, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, and Night Bitch, set to direct. The 1992 animated classic following the magical inhabitants of a rainforest as they fight to save their... as they fight to save their home, which is threatened by logging and a polluting force of destruction called Hexus, voiced by Jim Cummings, I believe, who is the most overly sexual voiced villain I've ever seen in any animated film. That fucker was orgasming during his villain song. Look it up if you don't believe me. A lot of the villain songs were like, just had that sex energy to it. Like there was a lizard that was talking about how he wanted to eat people, and he was like, if I'm gonna eat somebody, it might as well be you. Shit was weird, man. Look, I had this fucking movie on VHS. We watched it like once. Never again. It had the Vor song in it. It had the Hex song in there. By Batty. Who's gonna voice Batty? Didn't Robin Williams voice Batty? Who are they gonna get to replace him? Gonna sound weird for me, but every time I see Ferngully, I'm reminded of the weird movie from the 70s called Wizards. That one is... huh. I haven't heard of Wizards. I'm like, are they gonna try to do what they did with Aladdin, the Disney Aladdin 2020 something movie, and have him replaced by Will Smith? Like no one can do fucking Batty like he could. I don't know if he can. I mean, nothing's gonna stop. The thing is, like, I think this movie is like, I'm not gonna say 10 years too late. This movie, the message will always be relevant. Don't destroy the environment, fuckers. But like, it's like with how things currently are, are they gonna modernize it and be like, oh, it's no longer logging, it's data centers. The data centers are killing, our environment, and the fairies have to go and stop the evil humans from doing that. And it's like, the AI is gonna be Hexus this time or something. I don't know. Why do I feel like I was just saying that, Jin? They're gonna have to modernize this. I mean, what, logging and stuff like that's probably still an issue and everything, but like right now, I think the big thing that's, destroying the environment, among other things, is definitely data centers. So I don't know. This is gonna be a weird movie to do. This feels like I don't know if this really needs an update, but we'll see, chat. Any Ferngully fans in chat? All three of you? I did. Yeah. I mean, it was well animated. I will give it that. It is definitely well animated. And I did like Batty as a kid. He was the best part of the movie for me. But yeah, there was a sequel. There was a sequel. There was. Speaking of bad sequels, chat. Did you know that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is getting another sequel? And it's gonna star Rabbit. Rabbit, chat. They're making another one. They're making another one. They're never gonna stop making these, man. Who the hell wants a horror-themed Winnie the Pooh? Listen. There are people watching these. That's why they keep making them. It's gonna be voiced by Roger L. Jackson, known for being the iconic voice of Ghostface. So, because I believe Rabbit just became public domain too. Anytime any character goes public domain, these fuckers make a horror movie on it. Popeye, Winnie the Pooh. There was a Tigger one that came out because Tigger went public domain. And now I think Rabbit just became public domain too. So, every time a Winnie the Pooh character gets public domain, you're gonna see another one of these, chat. Oh yeah, Bambi. Bambi's getting... Pinocchio's getting one. Yep. And then, the first version of Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Willie, public domain, so they made a horror movie on him too. Yeah, it's just lazy, but listen, they make these things for like $2,000, and then like 1,000 people watch it, and then they make all their money back and then some. So they're gonna keep making these forever. But don't worry, chat. Apparently, Andrew Staten says Toy Story 6 and 7 are both possible. There will be 2 movies worth of Toy Story material to explore next. Maybe not with Bonnie, but different character as a focal point. And I know, chat, I know you guys do not care for the Toy Story movies, and every time I bring up Toy Story, y'all get mad. I'm sorry, but I just want to say this. Like, what was the point you guys said the movie should have ended? 3, I think everybody says? Pixar's got to keep the lights on. Yeah, they do. Hey, and nothing sells more than Toy Story. I think every generation has had a Toy Story at this point. Toy Story... Toy... I can't talk. Excuse me, chat. Much better. Toy Story 3 should have been the ending, everybody says. The creator said you don't have to watch after Toy Story 3. The creator of Toy Story said that? Damn. Well, what number are we on right now? 5, I think? Is 5 the one that's coming out that's going to feature, like, the frog toy? The little, 5. Okay. Yikes, man. Yikes. However, there's a follow-up story to this. Hang on. I'm so mad you brought up Toy Story. I'm sorry I brought up Toy Story. Jack Black says Toy Story was an amazing trilogy until they fucked up and made Toy Story 4. Toy Story 3 was fantastic. So it appears that Toy Story 3 was was apparently the GOAT. So there it is. Yeah. I mean, everybody's like, I agree. He's not wrong. No lies detected. Yeah, well, what you gonna do? They gotta keep making more so they can make more money, chat. More money. Kung Fu Panda 4 was also bad. Yeah, well, I saw Kung Fu Panda 4. I wouldn't say it was bad. It was just mid. I didn't feel anything for that movie. Like, I think Kung Fu Panda 1, I still haven't seen 3. But, like, I've seen 1, 2, and 4, but I have not seen 3 yet. 1 and 2 made me feel things when I watched that. Especially 1. I liked 1 a little more than 2. I like the villain of 2 more than 1. No, wait, no, I don't know. 1 and 2 are great. I'm kind of like, I always go back and forth because I'm like, the villain of 2 was just a sicko, man. That dude had hate in his heart. But I think back to like the first, what was it? Shen. I keep calling him Shen Long. What was his name? The first villain from Kung Fu Panda 1. That dude was fucking a beast, man. He was just fun to watch. That was just that movie is such a fun watch. Tai Lung. Thank you. No, that villain was fun to watch. He had me captivated from the first one when he breaks out of prison and he does that like 5-minute long breakout scene. I was like, oh shit, this dude is him. I have to see what this dude does next. He's just fun to watch. Also, his backstory was great too. Really tied into the whole overall story. So I mean, like I love animated movies that make me feel things, you know? Kung Fu Panda is a great example of that. And Kung Fu Panda 2 as well. Kung Fu Panda 2 was great. That was more about Po healing. And that story got sad too. Finally a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legend. How did we get from Kung Fu Panda? How did we get here from Toy Story? Alright, chat. Sorry, we got distracted. Tai Lung also has a nephew who is a bloodthirsty. Wait, in the cartoon? There was a cartoon? Huh. Yeah, I haven't seen 3. Is 3 good, chat? I think 3 is considered still good, right? But it's not as good as like 1 and 2, right? I'm probably gonna watch that on Patreon eventually. Probably next year. Right now, what's it called? Amazing Digital Circus beat the shit out of Kung Fu Panda 3. So that's what we're gonna be watching next. 3 was the weakest. 3 is good, but weak to 2. Okay. So people are saying it's good, but not as good as the first 2. Okay. It's better than 4 though, right? Because 4 I came out going like, alright. Good news, Nintendo fans. The Super Mario Galaxy movie releases on digital platforms on May 5th, only 1 month after its theatrical release. That was fast as fuck. Like, that was fast as shit. They already made their money, I guess. They're like, well, we already made all the money. Has this thing even hit $1 billion? I'm pretty sure it's hit $1 billion by now. They're like, that's a rumor? Is it a rumor? Let's double check that then. I thought, usually this is a source I go to, and they usually don't talk about rumors. Let's see. Mario Galaxy movie. Digital release. A lot of people are saying the same thing. Saying might. A lot of people are saying might. Okay. I take back what I said, chat. I take back what I said. It may not be May 5th. These guys might be lying to my face. I apologize, chat. Normally I'm better at this. I'll do better next time. Let's get this story off my screen. I'm tired of this shit. Okay. Nintendo is currently pitching a Metroid movie. Sony and Universal are in a close race to win the rights. So, a Metroid movie. I'd be interested in that. Honestly, I would. Metroid is very atmospheric, though. So my question to you, chat, would be, for those of you Metroid fans in here, would you want, like, how would you make a good atmospheric kind of horror? I guess you could do like an Alien style, like, honestly, because Metroid is based on kind of like an Alien, you know, sci-fi. That's how honestly, that's how I'd approach it. But it's like, do you make it more atmospheric and kind of silent with Samus rarely talking? Do you make her completely silent, or do you have her talking throughout it? You know what I mean? Do you have like a stand-in character for the audience that's like, oh no, I'm stuck on the spaceship and here's Samus, the main character. I hope for Universal. I think Universal will probably do better than Sony, but Sony already has the rights to Zelda, chat, so... She speaks Chozo? Make Brie Larson the lead for Samus. Ruckus, are you trying to break the internet? Are you Ralph? Is your name Ralph in real life? Are you trying to break the internet? That's a genius idea. They have to make her talk. Oh, I have no doubt she's gonna talk. She does talk in the games. That's the thing. She does talk in the games. Rarely, but she does. I think the most talkative she was Other M. The baby, right? But like, my favorite Metroid game, she talked a lot in that. Or rather, she had inner monologues. Metroid Fusion is my favorite Metroid game of all time. So, I like seeing her inner monologues, because it's like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's too on the nose, I don't want to hear her talking. I'm like, I don't know, when you're isolated on a spaceship and you're running back and forth killing aliens and shit like that, it's just kind of cool to hear what she's thinking after she, like, kills one of those crazy-ass bosses. You know, on the elevator going to the next area, she's like, you know, this thing reminded me of this and all my adventures of blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is kind of cool. Little side stuff in between. Get I don't know if I want Margot Robbie as Samus. I'm sure Margot Robbie's a great actress, but I don't see her as Samus. Look at how many people endlessly complain about the talking side characters in Metroid Prime. See, okay, Green, I did not follow Metroid Prime 4 at all, so I don't know anything about that game whatsoever. I do think I remember people talking about there was a side character, it's some dude or whatever, that was doing that, oh, well, that happened, this is me, you probably wonder how I got here type of, you know, I don't know. I did hear a little bit about that, but I don't follow any of that, so I would not know. Was that guy just a tutorial guy, or was he throughout the entire game? That's my question. What did people overblow it because he was like, people saw that it was like a little tutorial section, they showed maybe a trailer or something like that. People were like, oh my god, he's gonna be throughout the whole game, and he wasn't actually throughout the whole game? I'm just asking because I don't know. Miles McKenzie, he was fine. The tutorial character was fine. Just posted something in the reaction channel. I'll look at that in just a second, just remind me. In 4, there was a couple side characters. They were all chatty and Samus was silent. It was awkward. Oh, that was throughout the whole game. Just at the start? I'm getting conflicting info here, but I'm... Just at the start. Miles is cool and a nerd. Oh. You know, chat, honestly, I think it's just your mileage will vary on that. Some people don't want to hear chatty side characters. Some people don't mind it at all. That's just, people just have different tastes. It's no one's ever going to agree on if people want that or not. But again, I'm just guessing it's because Metroid Prime 1 through 3 probably didn't have those in there. But I don't know. I never played those games either. I'm just guessing. The characters stuck around through the game. You had to visit them now and again for upgrades. Most of the dialogue was at the beginning. Okay. Remember how it was way too chatty Sonic friends on Generation during battle against the Time Eater? Joker, please don't remind me about the... That looks like a homing shot! Careful, Sonic! Every 10 seconds. Or every 5. No, what you should have brought up as an example was, Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces, the characters would not shut up, man. You're running through a level and they always talking on the little thing on the top box. I know it was to, like, immerse you and, like, you're in the war too. The characters are fighting off to the side and you get to hear all their talking, but it's just like, you know? Sonic Forces was a game that was... It did not shut up. Not that I minded, but like, you know... That's the most talkative Sonic game there is, I think. You could disable that? I didn't know that. You know what? Fair enough. I did not know that. Chat, I rarely check the options, so I'm gonna be real. That's my own damn fault. I mean, I also can't think of any female actors that I know of that I could think of for Samus. I'm gonna go with Ruckus's suggestion and say Brie Larson. I'll say Brie Larson. Like, I'm trying to think of a lot of strong actresses that could play the part of Samus. There's a lot. But Brie Larson comes to mind immediately. It depends. Is she gonna be taking her helmet off all the time? Is she gonna be zero suiting it? Is she gonna be in her actual armor, like this suit the entire time with the helmet on? Because then you need a good body actress, someone who can act, you know, without dialogue. You just need somebody who can really sell it. They wouldn't get a big name actress and not have her not take her helmet off, right? That's how Hollywood works. Actors can't act with helmets on. They gotta take the helmet off. Off, I say. Hence the Halo show or whatever it was. I remember people complaining that Master Chef took his helmet off all the time. Why does the actress have to be someone already famous? New talent? Hey, Green's not wrong. And look, the way I see it, if it's someone that they keep the armor on and the helmet on the entire time, it could be a new person underneath there. Absolutely right about that. You're not wrong. She'd probably be Zero Suit Samus at some points, but it'd be the suit majority. I'm guessing they'd have to have a Zero Suit Samus segment. Just because they want to show off the actress, you know? Because for some reason, Hollywood feels if you don't actually see their faces, they're not acting, you know? And I kind of get it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. It kind of takes a lot more... It takes way more acting chops to do acting without dialogue and really showcase what the character's feeling without ever seeing their actual face, you know? But that's my personal opinion there. Have you played Metroid Zero Mission? It was based on that. I have not played Zero Mission. I heard that one was really good too. Scoots has been trying to get me to play Zero Mission since we first met. He hasn't been able to break me. Zero Mission is Metroid 1. Oh, it's a remake of Metroid 1 on Game Boy Advance, yeah? Okay. Next news story, chat. Square Enix has just launched a massive... This is from an anime thing, so take it with a grain of salt. Has launched a massive purge of paid doujins on Fanza and Pixiv Fanbox. Is that how you say that word, chat? Dojin? Is that how you say that? Abruptly removing works featuring characters like Tifa that have been circulating freely in the market for years. An affected creator confirmed that 19 of their works were taken down in less than 4 days. The prevailing theory points to AI-generated content as the trigger, though hand-drawn models are falling victim to. The era of monetizing Tifa without consequences have come to an end. Let me take a sip after that one. That was a long one. Excuse me. Well, this is, and the reason I put this news story on the docket, it was not to target anybody specifically in chat. I'm just letting y'all know. If you start seeing a decrease in Tifa-related doujins, that's why. Yeah. A little strange. Most companies usually don't cut back on that, unless it's something like really, really bad. Most companies really don't fuck with that, but I guess the AI shit is like becoming an issue, huh? Well. Thanks AI, you ruined everything. Now here's another thing, chat. So now we're gonna get into our favorite news segments, aka my favorite news segment. Oh no, my Dojin. Hey. It's time for some scalping wars. Now, chat, our next news story comes live from somewhere. This looks like a Walmart. Let's take a look-see. God damn! Remember, chat, Pokemon cards. God damn! My favorite thing is this lady screaming security with a handful of these Pokemon cards. Like, that's like, all of these people should be ashamed. I know, right? It's yelling security at Walmart. Where do you think you are? Like, bro, when's the last time you ever saw security at Walmart? The only time you'll see security at Walmart is when the police get called on somebody for stealing. Like, what are they gonna get the old man greeter at the door to come over and try to break these guys up? Yeah, this is just sad. This is just sad, man. Yeah, no, chat, remember, this is a hobby. This is a hobby for the youth. This honestly feels like, you know, ridiculous Lucky Captain Rabbit King. Lucky Captain Rabbit King nuggets are for the youth. Yeah, no, this is Pokemon cards are now for the adults by the adults, right? Kids are not getting their hands on this shit. What's even happening? A fight broke out over Pokemon cards. And this guy got slammed the fuck out for that. Not one kid in sight. Well, no, D. Matthew. This is like, if I'm guessing, that when is Walmart open? When is Walmart? I haven't been to a Walmart opening in forever since they stopped being 24/7. I'm guessing this is like 6 a.m. in the morning. Most kids are probably at the bus stop or waking up to get ready for school. They're not gonna be at a Walmart getting Pokemon cards. Kids are out having a life or being forced into life, as it were. This is for the adults, man. The ones that have nothing better to do than to line up in front of Walmart at 3 a.m. Yeah. These are grown-ass men and women. Should be ashamed of themselves. And this guy got slammed over it, man. You ain't gotta catch me in a viral video getting slammed like that. Hell no. These are so-called adults acting like babies. And all this, chat, all this, just so they can resell this shit. Think about that. They're not even buying it for the cards. They're just using it to resell it. That's what makes me upset. They're doing it for the hobby, sure. But you know that ain't the case. But don't worry, chat. I know this has upset some of y'all, but I have good news. I have good news immediately after this. I have a palate cleanser, if you will. You guys remember that particular streamer we talked about? That quote-unquote content creator? That one that went terrorizing Japan and Korea? We got an update on that. We got an update. We have an update. Johnny Somali has been found guilty of all charges and sentenced to prison with labor in South Korea. He'll be transferred to a specialized labor facility, his phones will be confiscated, and he'll be designated as an offender. You love to see it, chat. Scumbags getting what they deserve. This piece of shit has been... He's a grown-ass man, chat. Don't anybody try to give this man pity. What is this guy like? What? Mid-20s? He knows better. He knows better. Frick his mom for wanting him to be released. His mom should be ashamed of herself for raising this guy. Obviously, she didn't whoop his ass. Or give him any discipline whatsoever. Raised a hellion. Just because you can't raise your kids doesn't mean you gotta unleash this guy onto the world. Ain't no places want to deal with this guy. You don't know who Johnny Somali is? Jamali. Johnny Somali is a infamous content creator whose whole shtick was going into different countries and fucking with the people. He would go to Japan and yell about how, oh, we dropped nukes on y'all. And oh, hang on. We got
the underscore ruckus underscore just cheered 50 bits. His face look a damn Picasso piece if you squint.
Why did you say that? Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Come on. God, you know when he said that, I had to do it. Okay. Chill out, Ruckus. Chill. Listen. Oh, there's an update. Paragon said at first he was only supposed to serve 6 months in prison doing labor, but they're planning on extending his stay, and he's being put into a detention center, which is harsher. Damn. But, the recent string of things he did in Korea, he ran around being a menace, going around being loud, obnoxious, just being a general nuisance on purpose. On purpose. He wanted that clout. He wanted them views. And probably one of the most egregious why can't I talk today? The most egregious thing he did was sexually can you sexually assault a statue? It's an inanimate object. But doing uncouth, very raunchy, just horrible things to comfort statues. And if y'all don't know, comfort statues have a pretty big, they're pretty big in South Korea for the history of what happened between Korea and Japan. Basically, from what I remember hearing, comfort statues were they were called comfort women. They're statues based on comfort women who were women that were taken during, it's a whole thing. But yeah, basically it's like they're sacred statues, right? Like these women who suffered, they made these statues in honor of these women who suffered during these horrible events in history. He decided to go up on them statues and just it's disgusting. All right. If you ever visit a country, you already know what you should and shouldn't be doing. He found a way to go against everything. So yeah, they got his ass. And now he's gonna be doing some hard time in Korea. People are saying he got off really easy, a year. But they said, and the Korean labor prisons are pretty brutal. So let's see if he comes back and learns something from this chat. What do you guys think? Do you think a guy like this learned something from this, or do you think he's gonna come back and keep trying this shit? Do you think now that he's actually having to deal with some consequences, do you think he's gonna learn from this, or do you think he's gonna come back and be a piece of shit again? I think guys like this don't learn shit. Something tells me he's gonna come back and be even worse. My fear is he won't learn because he gets views from trolling. Well, I mean, he's gonna be without that shit for a year, so in theory, a year. We don't know if it's been finalized sentencing because Duwagger said an update earlier. Or Paragon sent a message earlier. Yeah, the less said about this guy, the better. But that's the good news, chat. He is now suffering the consequences of his actions. So, next news story. Oh, okay, chat. So, did y'all see this one video of someone seasoning their meat with this weird little spinner thing? And someone made a music video of it. This is another palate cleanser. I found this one funny, and I think you guys might enjoy this. Where are my cooks and chefs in chat at? Let's take a look real quick. Oh,
actual proof. I salt my food. Oh wait, pepper.
Oh, she got pepper, chat. Look at this, chat. Also, what is this machine she's using? Has anybody seen, what is this machine she's using? 10 speckles of seasoning. Oh no! Bro, chat. Season the middle thing one more time. Yeah. That chat, that is egregious to me, man. It's a spinning. It's a what? What is it? A stir machine. They have stir machines for meat now? I guess that makes sense. Honestly, this reminds me of my mama Wolfie used to have a bread machine that was kind of like this. You know, you put the dough in it, and it had the little metal thing in there that would kind of, you know, spin it and kind of like knead it. That's what it reminds me of. I didn't know they made it for meat though. I'm like, are we at that point where we can't stir the meat with like a wooden spoon anymore? I don't know. I don't spend my money on random kitchen appliances that do things. That's what I'm saying, right? I'm like, I don't know about y'all, but I like old school. I got like a wooden spoon in a pan. I'm just breaking that shit up and stirring it, you know? And also, they're right. How you gonna season the meat with just salt and pepper? And what did she have on there at the end? There's salt and pepper. And look at how many, like, look. A little bit right there. Hang on, what was the third thing? What was that seasoning at the end? Something. Look, was that parsley? What is that? Hang on, what was that? Italian seasoning? Bro. I said it before, chat, and I'll say it again. If y'all grew up in a household, you know, where y'all were cooking, and I mean cooking, y'all know that's not enough. That is not enough. This song though is funny as shit to me. And someone said it perfectly. If you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoned. And that is damn right. Anytime I'm making red beans and rice and shit, I go crazy with that seasonings, man. I be sneezing, my eyes be watering and shit like that. The air is unbreathable around that concoction I cook. That shit is seasoned though. The meat is still raw. Oh yeah, well, I mean, I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't know. The meat stir doesn't even look like it's stirring properly. Like you're just gonna have, like a lot of the meat isn't even being touched. It's just sitting on the sides. Like you're just gonna have browned meat on one side. If that whole meat doesn't get touched, it's just spinning like a little portion of it. I have no idea how this is supposed to work, honestly. There is a thing as over seasoning food, but I'm talking like you gotta hit it with them seasonings, man. Yeah, I'm like half that meat ain't even moving. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, chat, just had a little funny moment with that. Okay, chat. Here's our final bad news story, okay? One more bad news story. Alright? Did y'all hear about PlayStation recently? There's something in the reaction channel I posted earlier. Okay, now listen, if you have high blood pressure, I can understand why you would loathe seasoning your food. But like, yeah, obviously, I'm talking about like if you're not dealing with that, yeah. Yeah, I'm not telling you to oversalt your food at that point, because that's murder. Please don't do that. Obviously, your health comes first. But in this instance, I'm making fun of just a couple of flakes of seasoning on the middle little arm there. But yeah, here we are on the PlayStation story. Any PlayStation game purchased digitally after March's system update will reportedly now require an internet connection once every 30 days to validate the license. If the console stays offline longer than that, the games will not launch until you reconnect. Ouch, chat. This sounds a lot like what Xbox was doing in the previous... Was it previous gen or was it this gen? Previous gen, I think. Remember when Xbox was like, oh, it always has to be online, and if you don't have online, there's a product for you called 360? Oh, boy. Woo! Yeah, Xbox One. That's the one, chat. Yeah. Again, chat, you ask why I said Xbox going out of business or whatever, Xbox throwing in the towel is a bad thing. You need competition, because if you don't have competition, this happens. I mean, this is probably gonna happen either way with Xbox and PlayStation, you know? But I feel when one goes under, they know they can get away with whatever they want. Because what else you gonna buy? What else? What, Nintendo? You can't get what? You can't get... What's Sony even have? What the fuck does Sony even have? Hang on. You can't get God of War on Nintendo for now, you know? The pot was an auto stirrer. Thank you. More reason to get physical? Yeah, if you have the space in your house or apartment or wherever for it, yeah. Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, sorry, chat. I'm struggling to remember a Sony product. I'm like, God of War is the only one I can think of at the moment. Yeah, that's not great. And with Xbox, basically, I don't know what Xbox is doing right now. It's like, I think they're gonna try to... I don't know what they're doing. They unveiled a new logo, I think, a couple of days ago, but What does that mean in the long term when they've already said, like, we don't know. Steam has offline stuff? Oh yeah, no, that's... I'm as of right now, I'm on Steam exclusively. Though that does suck, because like, damn. If your whole library is digital and you just, for whatever reason, can't connect to the internet, well, fuck you then, I guess.
Contributions out of nowhere.
Look at the last message. What am I looking at? Just to let you know, this was reported as a bug by PlayStation. Not that I'm taking up for them. It sounds like the water testing. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. So wait. You're saying this might not be 100%? If that's the case, Lays, I was going to say, this is definitely them testing for the future. You know when they do anything like this, they do this just to release it. They test the waters. Oh, wait. No, sorry. We didn't mean to. No. That we fucked that. We messed that up. But honestly, what they're doing is seeing how much they can get away with. How much outrage will there be? And then eventually they're like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But then later on, it becomes a mandatory function. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Look at Windows 11. I'm still not upgrading to Windows 11, by the way. I don't care what the fuck they say. That little update notification can stay its ass down there for the end of time. I am not going to Windows 11. Fuck that shit. I know Windows 10 is fucked too, but like, I prefer the thing I know than the thing I know is gonna be filled with AI bullshit. I'm following the new Xbox CEO and they're cleaning house, but nothing starts until action is made. Check the pinned message? What pinned message? Hang on. I don't see a pinned message. It's gone. Ratchet and Clank, Jax, Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls? Isn't Gravity Falls Disney? Infamous Fat Princess, God of War, Heavenly Sword, Parappa the Rappa, Medieval, Siphon Filter, Little Big Planet, Ape Escape. Ape Escape was Sony? Why did I think so? Oh. I didn't know Ape Escape was Sony. I thought that was some... I don't know. Ape Escape is like one of my favorite series in the PS1 era. And I bet this doesn't add up. The support shown is a screenshot is an AI chatbot that gave other people opposing answers. Sony hasn't said anything about the other, then it's a bug, and I'm not making my opinion until it's 100% confirmed. Well, just letting y'all know, be careful. Might happen. Oh, you meant Gravity Rush. I was gonna say Gravity Falls. I was like, I thought that was a Disney show. Alright. Okay, so I lied. There's one more bad news story, chat. Dude, we talked about Gang of Dragons, right? AKA Nagoshi's game after he left Sega to work on a new Yakuza game that's not Yakuza. The Gang of Dragon game we saw at the Game Awards that we were all hype about. And we were like, oh shit. A new Yakuza to enjoy. Oh shit, 2 cakes. Remember that, chat? And then we reported that apparently it's not going well. Or they needed to get a buyer for them to pay $40 million plus development fees in order to get that game series. Or, sorry, to get the game. Because they needed, like, 4 more years. I think they said 4 more years and $40 million more dollars to finish the game. Not looking good, chat, because we have a follow-up story. Gang of Dragons developer Nagoshi Studios has deleted their YouTube account. Again, I haven't had a chance to check this today, but someone could confirm this or not. NetEase recently announced that they would stop all funding for the game, which is held by the creator of the original Yakuza, aka Nagoshi. While nothing is confirmed, it's not looking good. Man, I hate it. I hate it here. The channel's back? Okay. Wait. It's confirmed, or is the channel back? Do you think maybe someone else bought the... Do you think someone else bought the company and maybe they had to switch... I don't know. I hate that new releases of Final Fantasy are stuck on PlayStation. Are they still? Pretty sure they Square said they were going to start doing releases for everything. So maybe you might have to wait a little bit on that. There's always Kickstarter. Oh no, Ruckus. 40 million on Kickstarter? That's a hell of a steep ask. You know what I mean? Because I think they said no, because they need 40 million plus the current development cost for their game, and we don't know how much that is. They didn't say. They just said they needed 40 million plus the actual development. So as of right now, guys, Gang of Dragon, as of what we know right now, this game is canceled. $40 million was what the report was last time. They needed $40 million more to complete the game, and NetEase says they're not doing that. So they said if any other company wanted to get this game or publish this game or whatever for them, the company in question, let's say, I don't know, Nintendo. If Nintendo wanted their own Yakuza game, Nintendo would have to pay for all the development that happened in the last 4, 5, 8 years, whatever, however long this game was in development. We don't know how much money that was. Nintendo would have to pay for all of that, plus the 40 million that they need to finish the game in order for them to get, like, Gang of Dragon. And as of right now, it's an investment that no one is like, you know, it's not a proven IP. It's a brand new IP. It's a big ask for a company to back it. So I'm guessing this is not going to look good for them. I have no idea. I'm guessing this is probably not going to make it. And I really want it to make it. I'm like, of any company that can save this, it has to be like Nintendo or Namco. Like, it has to be a big company. Maybe Koei Tecmo? Sony? Yeah. It'd have to be like Sony, Namco, Koei Tecmo, or Nintendo would have to buy this. I don't think any other company would even remotely think of investing in this. Wolfie, save it yourself? Hell no. If I could, I would. Wolfie fan, if I had the funds, I would. You don't think I want another Yakuza-style game from the man who created Yakuza? I don't got that kind of money, though. Shenmue 3 raised how much again? I think Shenmue 3 raised, like, what? It was something. It wasn't that much. It was, like, 5 million or something like that. There's the Saudis. Oh, that's probably going to happen regardless. Probably going to happen regardless. I don't know, man. It sucks. But the other game you're talking about, Jin, the one that's actually being made by RGG, is Stranger Than Heaven. They're apparently gonna show some new stuff on that in next week, I think they said. So I hope something happens with Gang of Dragon. I don't want it to go under, man. You can't go wrong with more Yakuza. I'm sorry, legally distinct Yakuza. Alright, chat, now we're getting into the final news stories, and we're going to talk about the recent Sega Universe. Did y'all hear about this? Sega Universe Initiative announced, spotlighting legacy IP of anniversary projects. No specific details on what the project entails, but here were the games mentioned by name. Fantasy Zone, Outrun, Streets of Rage, which you're currently listening to right now, Rent a Hero, Guardian Heroes, Knights, Dynamite Deca, aka Die Hard Arcade, or Dynamite Cop in America when they lost the license to Die Hard, Sakura Wars, and SGGG, or Sega Gaga. Yeah. Now, I was happy, Dewagger, until I read a little bit more. There's more to this news story, chat. There's more to this news story. Okay? Now, when this was announced, they also did a Japanese announcement. And let me tell you about it real quick. Here. Now, chat, of these series, this all sounds good on paper, right? We all love at least one of these games. I'm sure if you guys have been on the stream, you know at least one of these games via my dumbass play on stream or never-endingly stopping talking about it. I always talk about one of these games at some point. Because I can't stop talking about Sega. But Japan had a similar announcement, and they said Sega Universe encompasses a multitude of titles born over 65 years of history. Each one surely holds our cherished memories, like the day you first cleared it, or the times you completed with friends. It's a project where we share that excitement, everyone, and create together. Goods! Launch of new official merchandise, chat. Merchandise. Event. Hosting immersive events based on the game's world. talk. Providing spaces where fans can gather and discuss. That sound great, chat? You guys like Outrun? You want to talk about it? You want merch on it? Yeah. So you guys may have also noticed where you're not no vague announcements to game or nothing. You're not gonna be like future development game coming soon, something. No, they just said merchandise, events, and talk. And the conversation that the Japanese fans was not pleasant. The Japanese fans were not happy about this announcement because let's read a couple of the comments, shall we? Sega, you are a game company. Please, seriously, what are you doing at this point? Now we're gonna look at the ones translated from Japan. Sega, Sonic is inside a UFO catcher. We want to. Wait, hang on. There's a lot of these ones that are like Sega fans basically saying in Japan, how about some new games? You're a game company. We want new games. How about new games to get excited over and then merch? Merch, events, talk. Let me play the game. No game. Please clear up the misunderstanding quickly. We're not young anymore. We don't want to reminisce about our memories. And these are like this is the Japanese side, by the way, chat. These are the Japanese fans saying, "Can we get some game announcements?" And you know it's bad when they're saying that, right? I'm so done with this. To spare me, stop veering off the side paths like 2.5 anime movie merch whenever IP strategy comes up. I've always loved Sega, throw money at it to support it, but now that most fans have long since given up in exasperation in this dire crisis, you're bringing up nostalgia trips? Is all your IP worth is huddling together for some reminiscing? You gotta be kidding me. These are, again, the Japanese fans are not happy. And that's very rare for them to pop off like this. And it's just all the comments are like this. They're just like, how are you gonna talk about a new Sakura Wars? And we haven't had a new Sakura Wars in forever. So yeah, they're like, talk is cheap, Sega. And of course we have American fans jumping in with like, you know, their wishes. And again, this was really poor wording on Sega's part. Because it does sound like all this is just gonna be like, hey guys, remember IP you used to like? Wouldn't you? Here's some new merchandise on it. And we're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna have events where you can talk about it. It's gonna be great. And it's like, yeah, that's nice and all, but are we gonna get anything? A retro collection? By the way, chat, I should mention, as of right now, there is no way to physically own Knights. If you want to get Knights right now on any platform, well, actually, let me take that back. At least on Steam, you can no longer get Knights. Knights has been delisted on Steam, and there's no way for you to buy it if you don't already have it like on your collection. So as of right now, they're celebrating Knights was one of the names on this, and you can't even buy it right now. So that leads me to believe that they're going to be doing some sort of future collection, maybe a retro collection or something. Like, they have to have something planned. It's unfortunate that people have been starved for new stuff with these games, and the first time we hear any kind of announcement on it, it's like, merch, talk, and it's like, talk is cheap, bro. Where are the games? But yeah, it keeps going on. This goes on for a while. Wolfie, is it wrong me to say Sega are attempting what Nintendo are doing, where Nintendo is more than a gaming company now, but Sega can't do this until no, Jin. Here's the thing. At least in Japan, I'll say Sega is more popular as a whole of like all their IPs, barring Sonic, because let's be real, chat. In the West, Sonic reigns king. When people hear Sega in America, they always brain goes right to Sonic most of the time. Very, very rare people will maybe think of Jet Set Radio or anything like that. In Japan, it's different. Sega like is more synonymous with like anything. Their other IPs, Sakura Wars, Virtua Fighter. The big games in Japan are Virtua Fighter, Sakura Wars, Puyo, all that, right? So they're way more into Sega, I'll say, as a whole, than how we are over here, where it's like, they do Sonic and Yakuza and stuff like that, right? But yeah. So, I mean, UK too? Oh yeah, UK loves Sega, especially. Japanese and Korean are monsters behind a screen. I guess so. Yeah, and Sega is currently Sonic, Yakuza, Persona, and Total War, nothing else. Yeah. That's the thing, right? And that's why a lot of Japanese fans are frustrated with them, because for them, remember chat, what was the biggest Sega console in Japan? It wasn't the Genesis, hence why Sonic's popularity kind of didn't go off over there. It wasn't Dreamcast, it was the Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn was huge over there. Massive. It was second place to PS1. It beat the N64. That's how big it was in Japan. I gotta remind people that. It was a failure here, but in Japan, Saturn was huge. And a lot of Sega's IPs were on Saturn, not Sonic, really. So again, that's why Japan associates all that with them. So that's why they're a lot more vocal with like how disdained they are with this announcement. Whereas over here, we're like, yeah, all those are cool. We had those in collections, whatever. But they had to elaborate. The massive feedback was so big, they had to put a follow-up post. Following the recent announcement of the Sega Universe project, we've received an overwhelming response that exceeds our expectations. And the entire staff is once again delighted to savor the passionate energy of our classic titles. To all the numerous posts and the wealth of heartfelt comments, thank you so much. We are taking all the voices you've shared to heart. We've not yet, hang on, remember this is translated, excuse me. We've not yet at a stage where we can share more details, but we still will pour our full effort into advancing the project to bring our hopes and dreams to life. Please look forward to future updates, the Sega Universe team. So again, they had to elaborate on this because in my opinion, the announcement did not go over well. But it seems like maybe there is something more planned. They couldn't say anything. And they definitely had to address the angry fans in the chat's comments. But yeah, no, it's like the comments are still not that happy, but we'll see. Yeah, Sega chat, everybody knows Sega is like the stupidest company on earth. They are literally the dumbest company. So dumb. Sega's biggest enemy is Sega. Like they always self-sabotage. What's that? A new Sonic game that's 2.5D and it looks amazing? Let's have them advertise it as a multiplayer game that the multiplayer don't work. And we're gonna charge full price for it against Mario Wonder. Sega just does the stupidest decisions all the time. Let's charge customers for New Game Plus in the new Yakuza game. Like, for every good decision they make, Sega always does two things like even stupider to ruin it. And I love Sega chat, but goddamn, I hate them sometimes. But we shall see what the Sega Universe project holds. I'm hopeful for something with these titles. I'm hoping for a Knights 3. Or even an acknowledgement of Knights would be nice. It's the 30th anniversary of Knights, isn't it? Or the 35th? Wait, hang on. Knights was what year? 96, right? They didn't do anything for Knights. Not even like a picture. Not even like a happy anniversary Knights or anything. 96, yeah. So it's its 30th anniversary. Nothing. Is Knights popular in Japan since it was I can't say I know the popularity of Knights in Japan, if I'm gonna be real. I realistically, I want to say he's probably more popular than Sonic is. But I can't confirm. That is one thing I cannot confirm. I do know Virtua Fighter 2 was like the system seller in Japan, in Saturn. The art looks off. It does. I don't like the artwork here. Something about it. It's like, I think they copy and pasted the arts from different things and put them on this background. So it looks like it's weirdly AI. I hope it's not AI. You know what they honestly could have done, chat? They could have just taken a screenshot from Sega Boulevard from Sonic Racing Zero Gravity. That had everything in there. The perspective is all over. It really is. I hope this wasn't AI. I'm not seeing any weirdness that would make it say AI, you know? Like, I'm not seeing things clipping into people. I'm not seeing, like... It just looks weird. It looks very weird. When's Virtua Fighter, the new Virtua Fighter? Unclear. We do not know. And we're probably not going to know for a long time. Alright, Jim, what do you got over here? Oh, Knights. Hang on. Guest announcement. We are pleased to announce that Jules Giselle? I don't know how to say the name. The voice of Knights will be attending Sonic Expo. Sonic Expo is a fan event, right? Interesting. Interesting. It's not... Is this an official event or a fan event? Because if it's a fan event, then... yeah, that's alright. If it's an official event, maybe something to think about. Maybe raise an eyebrow. Okay, it's a fan event. I won't put much thought into that one, then. I didn't know Knights can talk. Play Journey into Dreams. You'll see. It's a 50-50 shot if you like Knights talking or not. I don't like Knights talking. Nothing against the voice actress. I'm sure the voice actress is an amazing actress. I have nothing against her. I don't care for Knights talking. That's my personal thing. Alright. Next news story, chat. Guess what? Racer Goro Majima appears in Sonic Racer Crossroads. He will be added May 1st, which is Friday. Friday, chat. Friday. Soon you too can race in the Goro and the Goromaru. Isn't it great? I don't like British Knights. It's not the fact that Knights is British. I just don't like Knights speaking in general. I feel Knights is like one of those characters that works as a silent protagonist. Like there's like a mysteriousness about the character, a kind of dreamy mysteriousness about them that you kind of gets lost when the character talks, you know? That's just me. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I just don't like the character talking. How you feel about Knights talking is how we feel about Link. Link doesn't talk though, right? He's never physically talked in a game. Your favorite captain? No, that's not true. There's a lot of captains. Captain Caveman, Captain Crunch. Captain Boomerang. Captain America. Excuse me, princess. Oh, okay. The CDI games and I guess the American show. Captain Planet, Captain Underpants. See, there's a lot of captains, chat. Captain Knuckles, that's the one. That's the one. I mean, the movie did wrap up. We'll see if Link talks in that one. They're gonna have to have him talk. You can't have a movie with a silent protagonist. It doesn't work. I hope for your sake, chat, it works. And that's not all, chat. If you didn't know, based on the number of friends you have, you can get free decals, like this classic Sonic sign. And you get one friend, you get a Sonic with a chili dog sticker. And if you have 10 or more friends, you get Sonic with a little happy sign. So, chat, if you need to add a friend, you can add me. Add me. I don't have any friends IRL. Well, it's a good thing we're here, Ruckus. That's what we're here for. Just add your fellow chatters. That'll get you over the number. But yeah, this deal runs until May 7th. May 7th. So get yourself some friends, chat. Feel free to use me if you want. So I'm in Streets of Rage mood right now. Alright, chat. And finally, someone posted this in the Reacts channel. This is how Arl got in Crossworlds. Alright, I hope this one is appropriate. If this is inappropriate, I'm banning whoever did it.
Hey, twin! I got some good news. We got someone new in Crossworld.
Save it, Sonic. If it ain't me, I don't want to hear it. Don't try to piss me off again by adding someone who isn't me, twin. I saw you put Goro and Red in.
Damn.
I bet you put that bitch Surge instead, huh? Who else is gonna be added? You Lola, Beat, Rolla, Billy fucking Hatcher.
Thank you! Oh my god, she had the right reaction. Billy fucking Hatcher. Fuck that. I hate that Billy I hate him. I hate him. Alright, continue.
Beat, Rilla, Billy fucking Hatcher. That random Infinite guy.
I like Infinite.
Actually, you, twin. Congrats.
I knew it was classic Sonic, you Wait, what?
Yeah, you made it, Arlie.
Wow! I never thought I would make it. How did you do it?
Well, it took a lot of convincing, and I had to compromise a bit.
What do you mean?
Izuka-san, look, I'm glad we're getting Majima and Red, but we need to get Arlie in. It's her big anniversary after all.
By the way, chat, you know what's really funny, too? You know who was most upset about Arl not getting in? Japan. Remember when I told you Puyo is huge over there? I think Arl is basically for the Japanese fans. There are American Puyo fans, but, like, she's definitely for Japan.
No one plays Puyo like that anymore.
Come on, man. I was in her game. It's only fair to put her in mine.
So
that's true.
Over the budget for the quarter.
Well, budget schmudget. Everyone's been begging for her for the past week. Cut her some slack, Izuka-san.
I really want the Teto.
But she's not under us.
It's wishful thinking, Sonic.
Look, are you gonna put Arlie in or not?
Okay, fine. We'll put Arlie in.
Really? Oh, thank you, Izuka-san.
However, due to our budget, she has to have one less feature. We're gonna have to
remove my voice?
Yeah.
Sorry, twin. It's just not in the budget.
It's not in the budget.
Sonic, you tell him to put my voice back right now!
Sorry, twin. I really... Sega hard mandate. Can't reverse it. Sorry.
You get Puyo sounds, and that's it.
My voice back to me. I'm gonna rip you into a new one, you motherfucker!
Yep, there you go. Yep, you get Puyo sound effects.
Have fun, Arlie.
Yep, I mean, that. Yeah, there's mods. Mods will fix it. Mods will definitely fix it. You know what's crazy, chat? I remember Arl having a really, really weird voice in the first, like, one she actually spoke in English. Puyo Pop Fever on DS, she sounded like a chain smoker for some reason in that game. Like, really strange. I don't know if it's the same voice actress that they've had since then, but I think it was just bad voice direction. Sadly, console players are screwed regard. Oh, yeah. Well, you can mod the console versions too, I think. Show us? I'll see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Maybe it's another character, but I think it was Arl that had a really sounding voice. She's like, why yes, thunder. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if is there DS footage I can find. Let me see if this was the one. Yeah, this, by the way, chat, this is the first Puyo game that Sonic Team made, where they do, like, it wasn't starring the original Puyo cast. It started like Amity, the new character. She is Sonic Team original. Where is Arlie in this? There she is. Okay, hang on. Let's see if she says a line. Let's see if we can hear it. Wait for it. Hang on, wait for it. You hear the voice? Ice Storm. No, what the other voice you're hearing is fine. That's Amity. Arl sounds weird. She sounded really weird in this game. Like, I don't know why she sounded like she was whispering like this. But, I don't know. Yeah, no. Sega owns this. It's just at the time. It's at the time when DS was... This is still early. Sega wasn't really publishing their own shit at the time. Let's see if we can find it. Where the hell did Arlie go? Oh, there she is. Yeah. Listen close, chat. Arlie's on the right. Listen to her voice clips. Not the one on the left, or the one on the right. It's like her voice clips sounded weird. Weirdly raspy and whispery. Mean Beans in the same category as Tide Pods? Is Arlie and Puyo Puyo... Yeah, Arlie's in every single Puyo game. Every single one. She's the main character. She's the main character. She is the OG original main character. This Amity is the new... She's new. This is when Sega made Puyo. She became the new main character. But Arlie is the OG. Like, Japan loves her. Puyo, by the way, chat, I don't know if a lot of people know this. Puyo is actually a spin-off, a puzzle game spin-off of a RPG series. That the puzzle game became more popular than the RPG itself. These are like the slimes of that RPG series. The RPG series was dark, by the way. Weirdly dark. But they really lightened the tone for the puzzle games. Go back to dialogue? Okay, hang on. Let's see if I can get some dialogue. Hang on. Can you eat Puyo like candy? Probably not. Not good for you.
How you do? I'm Arlie. Nice to meet you. The name
Actually,
is Amity.
she doesn't sound bad here.
Sorry, but I want to ask you something. What is it? Just where am I? Huh? I was playing Puyo Pop like I always do, and the next thing I know, I'm here.
Yeah, you know what, chat? Honestly, I just remember her battle cries from the game. I don't remember ever playing the story mode, so she sounds fine. She sounds fine, and when she's actually talking, but her battle cries are weird.
Maybe my magic failed and sent me way off the map. Why don't you try doing it again?
Oh yeah, and by the way, yeah, they explain how she's from a different universe. She's from a different universe. Or same Puyo universe, different place. She's a guest in this game, chat. She's a guest in this game. But she's appeared in every Puyo game. She's the main character. I think she's trying to be ooh while whispering. I don't know. Can I share the clip of RPG Arl decapitating Shizuo? You may not. Are you talking about, what was that? I know the game you're talking about, Paragon. No, those RPG games got fucking weird, man. Like, the Puyo games absolutely, completely, like, lightened the mood of those games. Why does this franchise need characters? Because if they didn't have characters, it would be Tetris. Oh yeah, no, Arl murdered people in the RPGs, dude. That shit got weirdly dark. If you ever want to look into some crazy shit, Arl has been through and done some shit. But yeah, don't worry about it. She's a puzzle game character now. She's all nice and does magic spells. They want to be like Panel de Pon, aka Tetris Attack. I think, didn't Puyo and Tetris Attack come out around the same time? I think they came out around the same time. Maybe I'm wrong though. Let's hang on. When did Panel de Pon come out? Panel de Pon came out in 1990. Oh no, Puyo predates that. Puyo came out in like 1991 or something like that. Puyo release date. 1990, yeah. Puyo came out in 91. Panel de Pon came out in 95, they said. Wolfie, I want to see the cute girl commit atrocities, please. No. Look it up yourself if you want. Hey, Paragon, if y'all want to look it up, put it on the Discord. Put it in the Wolfie Reacts Discord. It's not that I don't remember it being gory or graphic or anything, but yeah, she murders. Do you know Arl's last name? I do not. I'm not that. Look, I got into Puyo, but I'm not deep in Puyo. I like the Puyo games, but I'm not like deep in its lore. I just know things about it. Clayface teaser reaction? Alright, let me hang on. Yeah. I mean, okay, here's the thing about the Puyo things too, chat. The best part about Puyo is, like, those games are goofy as shit because, like, when they translated some of the characters over, there's literally a character called Satan. He is the devil, right? He is the devil. But in the fucking Puyo like puzzle games, he's a fucking joke character. Like, no one takes him seriously at all. But that's kind of how they play him up in that. Wait, what are you guys saying? Don't look at this? Don't look at the... Wait, what am I not supposed to be looking at? This? Body horror warning. Oh, okay. Nah, body horror is fine. So this is a Batman film, right? Another Batman film? One of many, many millions and millions of Batman films? Alright. Chat, if you're squeamish to body horror, please avert your eyes until I say otherwise. You can listen, but last chance to look away. Alright, here we go. Can't be that bad. So this is a horror movie? As long as it doesn't involve the eyeballs, I'm fine. I can do body horror, I just can't do eyeball stuff. Eyeball is the only thing I always look away from. Huh. He used the smear tool on it. He used the smear tool on his face. DC Studios presents Clayface. And they're releasing in October. Actually, you can now look back, chat. I'm not scrolling through again. You can look back now. You're safe. Chat, you're safe. I promise you, I give you the Wolfie word, you're safe. You're fine. So it's coming out in October, huh? Huh. That's actually a really good release date for that. They're gonna make a lot of money. Especially if people don't know this is a Batman thing. This just looks like a horror movie. I wonder if Batman will actually show up in this. Or if this is gonna be its own separate thing. They got like so many fucking Batman films and Batman spin-offs. Just like how Sony's trying to ruin the Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man in it. So this is the DC version of the Spider-Man movie universe without Spider... Exactly, D. Matthew. Only this one looks competent. Imagine that. This is no Craven. This is no Morbius. This is no Madam Web. And this is no Venom. This actually looks like it's going to be decent. Giving every villain their own movie. I'm just saying, like, here's the thing. A Spider-Man-less Spider-Man universe could work if they were doing villain origin stories and actually made them villains. But for some reason, Sony was like, oh, well, Craven, actually, he's not a bad guy. He's not a guy that kills for sport. He's not looking for the strongest prey. He's just a nice guy that wants to kill poachers. It's like, fuck off. Make the villain origin story. Like, do what they're doing with Clayface here. Lean into the villainous or make it, like, cool. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what Sony was doing with Spider-Man stuff, man. Like, in the animated series in the 90s, Craven is a good guy. Well, I'm going based on what I know about him from the comics. That fucker in the comics is a menace and needed to be stopped. Of course, everybody will always recommend Craven the Last Hunt as a good story. If you want to see a good Craven story, look at Craven Last Hunt. Craven's Last Hunt is like the best Craven story. It's also really dark, though. Just know that going in there. Welcome back, Green. But yeah, this looks like it's gonna be fine, honestly. And it's coming out right in the perfect time for a spooky, scary season, chat. Speaking of which, we got to get our spooky, scary games ready in advance. I think that's all the news stories we have for today, chat. We did it. Chill Tuesday is officially over, chat. Feels good to be back from the editing minds. I'm glad you are all here for this. I appreciate y'all coming by. I think that's going to do it for today. We'll be back on Friday, though. So, I think... Oh, if you haven't checked it out already, my 86 comic review is out today. Check it out on the SG Wolfie channel. The VODs for this will be up on the Wolfie streams. Oh, chat, the VODs have not been showing up on Twitch because had a little bit of an incident with one of the copyright things. So just for now, I'm going to keep them on the Wolfie Streams YouTube channel. So, apologies if that's inconvenient for y'all. I apologize. But just for now. Just for now. So, which VOD? I'm not going to say it because then everybody's going to get mad. Don't worry about it. Friday's when the festival starts? Oh, right. Maybe we'll do a Crossworld stream this Saturday. Right? Right? Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Alright. For now, chat, if you want to see multiple more endings of Look Outside, you'll have trouble fitting in any more games. Oh, damn. Is it that intricate, Green? Green, did you do research just so we know that? Damn. Oh, yeah, that probably means we're going to have to do multiple playthroughs. That game is pretty long. And I think you do have to go for a particular run at the beginning, right? You have to kind of know which path you're going. You can't really stray. We'll have to think about that then. We're going to at least try to get one ending of Look Outside. I want to do at least one new ending of Look Outside. I want to do one new ending of... What's the other horror game we were going to play? They got an update. Help me out, chat. Hang on. Oh my god, I'm blanking. Look Outside, and what was the other one? Help. Help, chat. No, I'm Not Human. Yeah, that's right. No, I'm Not Human. Yeah. We got to run that one back. We got to run that one back. There's a lot of endings, and some involve doing a whole lot of separate files. From... Okay, if you play the last games, have been updated a lot. Yeah, I figured I'm gonna have to start a new save file with that game. Okay. All right. For now, chat. Yeah, they posted the link to the VODs, the Wolfie Streams channel, right there in the Nightbot. Thank you. I will be seeing you guys on Friday. Take care of yourself. Did you finish Faith? Oh yeah, we have to do Faith as well. You guys like Faith? I like Faith. There's still one more episode we didn't finish in Faith. Episode 3, I think it was. We did episode 1 and 2, and then there's the last episode 3. We never beat that one. Yeah, we gotta finish Faith. That game is great. That's that damn MS-DOS game, if y'all don't remember, the one where we're the priest, and we gotta bless things. That game was fun. Wanna do Spooky September, and then we might have to make it 2 months, honestly, Green. I have a feeling we're not gonna be able to complete it, because there's gonna be a comic every month. And that's at least 1 week in which I won't be streaming each month. We might have to start in September, so we'll keep that in mind. Yeah, just remind me, chat. I have really bad memory. I'll probably forget by then. But yeah, for now, the plan is we're going to start Spooky Month in September. That's a really good idea. Hopefully, we'll get Faith Episode 3, No, I'm Not Human, and at least one Look Outside episode done, plus some other horror games in between. All right, chat. That's it for today's stream. I'll catch you guys on a Friday. I don't know what we're playing then. We'll probably do a Crossroads stream this Saturday, so update your games if you want to play on Saturday with us. For Friday, I think, don't quote me on this, chat, I hate saying I'm going to play something on a certain day because things change. You know what? I'm not going to say what I'm playing on Friday. Because then if I don't do it on Friday, people get pissed off like, I thought you said we were playing this on Friday. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I can't commit. Because I always change my mind at the last second. Alright, y'all. I'm going to send y'all off with some nostalgia one more time. And then next time we'll have a fresh new one for y'all. Take care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your weekend. And we clip you and everything. Thank you, D. Matthew. Look, I was going to say, look. If y'all want to support the stream and you don't have... Y'all don't want to give bits or sub, clip anything you think is funny. If you think something stupid happens or something's funny, clip it. That helps the channel too. But yeah. All right, chat. I have to say goodbye for the third time. I mean it this time. All right. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Catch you all next time. Bye.